But here's a case study. The gentleman who attended one of our briefings at the end of 2020, he was 68 years of age. You see his account value here is 570,000, 576.06. Unfortunately, he had lost in the month of March. He had lost $279,000. $279,000. His plan was to retire December of that year. Unfortunately, that was no longer an option for him. So he crunched the numbers, and what he came to a conclusion on is he was going to put all his money in the G fund. And look at this. The G fund interest rate at that time was 3%. Well, we looked at his retirement plan. And in short, he had the 576.06 remaining. So his plan was to now retire at age 78. That was his plan, to work 10 more years. So he was projecting to receive $37,780 out of his retirement account, right? You're showing 75 because that's what it would have been, but 78 put him a little bit more. So he's going to get $37,780. Well, the retirement specialist put together the entire retirement plan for him. You see his reduced pension because he wanted his wife to receive 50% of his pension if he predeceased her. His retirement goal was $100,000 for he and his wife, right, for the rest of their lives. But she can't get 100% of his pension. She can only receive 50. So his reduced pension is $32.91. We have his TSP payout is $3,051 per month, and his Social Security at $27.85. We even have listed here because we needed him to see he wanted to keep FEGLI. That wasn't a good choice, which we'll get into in a moment. The FEGLI was going to cost him $1,716 per month, which would reduce his total income to $74.11. So that was scrapped, right? So what we decided to do was help him see his retirement picture. This grid here is to show you what his retirement income was going to be, etc. And he has a shortfall, which we see the red there. So our organization has a strategy that we call OASIS. OASIS stands for Optimizing Asset Structure with Income Security. Once the retirement specialist looked at where he was going to be, we realized he was short. So when you look at the standard here for him, the standard version, you see the first pension was going to be $43,884. His Social Security is going to be $33,400, and TSP $37,017. So his total income projected is $114,994. That's still 105% of his income. All right, 105% of his income. Now, in that, what did we find out? That he said it wasn't enough. Although we replaced 105% of his earnings, he said he needed more because he's looking at the net income. So the retirement specialist, that's when they went to work and created the OASIS for him, right? So what happened is the 570 that he has, 576.06, they found a solution. If he transferred 350, leaving 226.06 remaining, right? That's his contributions plus the match. He had 7 years from that point. So his goal is age 75 to retire. His income stream increased by 11%, not by contributing more, but by reallocating assets, right? Just recirculating it. So his pension is still $43,884. Social Security is still $33,400. His TSP was going to be $37,710. Now they have an option, because remember, his goal was for his wife to receive 100%. We can't guarantee that because pension alone was not going to allow that to be guaranteed, right? And so in short, they found a solution that would provide he and his spouse $31,192 guaranteed, opposed to the $37,710, which would be variable, right? Because it's 4.55% of the account value. So we don't know what the market would do, right? But this is guaranteed. So he left the $220,606 in the TSP with his contributions over the next 7 years. That's projected to be a $429,000 account value now. Him taking that same 4.5%, so that's $19,056. So that increased his income by 11% from 114,994 to 127,532. Now, you see the income here in year one and the subsequent years, because we built an inflation in there, right? And in building inflation in there, he still never experienced a shortfall again. That only was viable because of OASIS.